Harry, this is Lord Potato, and this is, well, what if Naruto was like Orochimaru? Part 1. No, this is not a special, this was something that, I did like a, five what ifs that I'm about to record, maybe in different days, maybe I'm gonna do 2 a day, I don't know. But yes, let me explain about what if Naruto was like Orochimaru. So Naruto is actually gonna be similar to like Orochimaru, like being a genius and all that. But let me actually just start with this, okay? So we go into Naruto actually being in the what to call junior exams. Right now he's in the not preliminary. No, he is right now just after the fight with Orochimaru kind of like being done and all that, Orochimaru really just kicked the hell out of Naruto and Sasuke and Sasuke. He actually knocked out Sasuke and Sasuke, but Naruto, he was fake sleeping. He was waiting for his teammates just to get knocked down on that easier. And waiting for Sasuke to get the curse mark. He knows about the curse mark. He read on it about it. So, when that happened, is where Naruto made a clone, and of course made the clone kind of look like he got knocked out also. So Sasuke can carry him back. Now, this is where Naruto, he's right now chasing after, Orochimaru. Orochimaru notices this and says, wait, didn't I just knock you out? Damn Uzumakis are so damn annoying. What are you here for, revenge? Naruto says, no, I'm actually here to know if you're my father. What? What? Orochimaru goes, wait, what? No, I'm not even here for revenge, Naruto said, in such a deep toned voice, and really just like, Orochimaru just gets, wait, what? It must be the Nine Tails. Not even the Nine Tails. I don't have the Nine Tails, you moron. Wait. If you don't have the Nine Tails, how did you have that red eyes? In those things, I have a little percent of it. I released it a while ago. Not the point. I'm here to, know about your amazing knowledge about being a scientist. This is where Naruto's smiling. Now, this is where Orochimaru says, okay, so you just here. Wait. I swear to God, I knocked you out really hard. Didn't I? Oh, you did. But I made a clone so it can sit there. I'm amazed you gave the curse mark to Sasuke, Orochimaru-sama. And this is where Orochimaru says, oh, so you know my name and you know about the curse mark. Of course, I went into research in, a lot of things. I know that you want to become immortal, you want the Uchiha body, and blah, 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 blah. This is where Orochimaru says, yeah, what do you want from me, you brat? Naruto says, nothing. Nothing at all. I just wanted to know if you have Hashirama cells. Orochimaru looks at him and kind of just says, why do you need that? Naruto says, oh, just for some experiments I need to do on myself. But don't worry, I have an exchange for Hashirama cells if you do have them. I know you probably want the blood of a Yuki, the Hydroton. Wouldn't you want that? Since it's the second strongest Kekkei out there. This is what Orochimaru glares at him and says, I see. So the Leaf Village has produced another genius, an experiment genius like me. Wow. I guess you see me more of like a, how should I say? You want the Hashirama cell from me in exchange for the Hydroton. I mean, if you do experiment with him, you can definitely give him the Hydroton if he can handle it. I don't even think he can. This is where Orochimaru says, that's very interesting. But I'm still not very convinced and interested in your deal since I don't trust you, Leaf Ninja. Naruto says, oh, come on. Can't outlaws be outlaws? And this is where Orochimaru says, I know you're hated by the whole freaking Nine Tails attack because of how Minato, Namikaze, and your mother kind of sealed the freaking Nine Tails inside you. This is where Naruto says, "Oh, you mean Minato Namikaze, the man I despise? Really, he should be my father, right?" Which Orochimaru is actually kind of intrigued. He's like, "I see you despise your father. Well, I despise him also." Naruto says, "I mean, that is true. But I see you more of a father figure since you're also an experimenter. I have found multiple of your base places and decide to, well, take them over. Kind of. Experiment on some kind of people." So let's do a flashback about Naruto being 8 years old. Naruto, at this time, has actually started just kidnapping people, knocking them out, and it started just experimenting on them. Just to see the human structure, cells, and all that. Since, well, they won't let him go into the library. So he's right now just experiment on people. He can see that some people are strong, some people are weak, some people are just dumb, and some people are smart. And he just did manage to catch just one Anbu off guard. This is actually a Ru Anbu that he managed to catch off guard when he was in what's called 8 years old. He knocked him out, then started experiments on him. Found out that this Anbu actually had a interesting Kekkei Kenkai. This Anbu had a Kekkei Kenkai which allows him to manipulate fire while any hand signs, which Naruto took multiple samples of this. Now, he is kind of sad that he didn't take samples of the Uchiha and the eyes and all that, because he couldn't find any of them when he went to the Uchiha massacre place. He heard of it the next day, and when he went there, there was none. And he was kind of pissed. He was wondering maybe they all just got buried. And then he thought about, no, that Ru Anbu did talk about Danzo, the man that has a Sharingan. Whatever. So yeah, Naruto's more like Orochimaru experimenting and all that because Naruto got very interested in it. Now, this is where Orochimaru says, so you want to meet, so wait, you see me more of a father figure? Pretty much. But I'm an outlaw, and I'm trying to kill you leaf ninjas. So what? I'm gonna be an outlaw also. I'm going rogue after this whole goddamn tuning game is over. Oh, by the way, it's gonna be fun when I'm guessing you're gonna plan an instruction plan. Maybe you need to plan a little harder if you want to kill the Sandai. Then again, how would that really work? Orochimaru says, so you already know my plan of destroying this leaf village. Oh yes, and I'm totally okay with it. I am so fine with it. Just destroy everything. Not the point. Yes, I forgot. So if you don't want Hydroton, then how about a fire Kekkei Kenkai? Orochimaru says, what do you mean? This is where Naruto put out a vial and says, this vial contains of a Ru Anbu. A Ru Anbu managed to catch off guard and knock him out and experiment on him. He has a very interesting Kekkei Kenkai that allows him to actually manipulate fire without any hand signs. The only thing that's weird is he's not from any clan, and actually very interesting. This is where Orochimaru says, a person that can manipulate fire without any hands. It's very interesting. Still no. Wood saw is very, very, very difficult to even find. So, I'm not gonna give you. Come on, Naruto says. I just need a little bit, not much. This is where Orochimaru says, what do you even need it for? What, you're gonna make some kind of big creature that you want to kill Konoha with? No. No. Maybe. Actually, that would actually sound really cool. No, not exactly. Naruto says, this is what Orochimaru says. Then what is your plan? Just, I need it? And, who else is better to know if the man that legit went into a dark path? Please? This is where Orochimaru looks at him and just like, very interesting. You are an interesting kid. Still no, why am I even talking to you? I should just knock you out and leave. This is where Orochimaru was about to do hand signs of snakes, and when the snakes actually goes towards Naruto, the snakes actually stop, because Naruto's eyes actually go slick. Not into that like red slick, but into like a yellowish greenish slick. Because, well, he has actually over control of snakes. Anything serpent. Yes. Now, I should mention this. We go into a time skip back then of when Naruto's 10 years old. After Naruto's 10 years old, he has experimented a lot of things and also experiment on his seal. Finding out that he had the nine tails and found out how to release him. Because he managed to get into the scroll sealing and actually find the release cage thing. So when he went far, very far away from what's called a village, one day, mostly like 2 nights, he kind of just ran there, doing some jutsu to actually speed him up and all that. But when he gets to a mountain place, he decides to release the Nine Tails. Now, of course, it did take him a lot to release the Nine Tails, and he was slowly kind of dying. Of course, Kurama kind of felt bad and kind of left about just his chakra portion in him. So, this is the yin yang Kurama that actually been sealed fully into Naruto. So, this Kurama actually felt bad about Naruto kind of releasing him out, and Naruto thought that he was about to die. Well, not Naruto, Kurama thought that he was about to die. So, Kurama decides to give him chakra, like only 50% of chakra that won't kind of last that long, but to actually just heal him. And of course, gave Naruto a summoning contract for him. Now, of course, when Naruto signs it, he was like, I guess thanks. Kurama says, yeah, no problem, kid. I don't want to actually kill you. Even though you released me, usually humans would have just trapped me and kept me locked. But you seem different. Naruto says, it's okay, Nine-Tailed Fox. Can I know your name? Kurama says, Kurama, kid. But whatever, I'm gonna go to sleep somewhere. You be safe, kid. Even though you don't have me no more, you are very fragile to actually dying from anything. You don't have the healing property, which that confused me why you released me. It was just a nice thing to do, Naruto said. Kurama says, I do also know about your experiment types. Your experiment is trying to, well, make yourself the perfect body. Similar to that what Orochimaru wants, but you are gonna make your own original body. Your own body that you were born with. Naruto says, oh, I guess you did kinda keep an eye on me. You don't really care, do you? Kurama laughs and says, no, not exactly. You do whatever you do, human kid, I don't care. Now I'm going to sleep. Good night. And this is where, well, Naruto says goodnight and left. But Naruto was still feeling kind of sick after, well, getting Kurama out of his body and all that. When he was 10 years old. Now this is where Naruto actually falls down to the ground. And this is where Naruto kind of just sees something so weird. Something like a snake. A snake with not two heads. Well, two snakes. One was white and one was black. And one had blue eyes while the other one had red eyes. Of course, the black snake had red eyes while the the white snake had blue eyes. Now, of course, both snakes kind of go up to Naruto. And of course, they're not small snakes. They're huge snakes. Naruto accidentally fell down. He fell down to the ground, but he accidentally kind of fell down beyond the ground. The ground was kind of unstable, which kind of made him just fall into a pit. So that's when Naruto kind of sees the two snakes. Now, of course, Naruto's kind of hurt and is kind of trying to heal himself, but just using normal medical jutsu that he found out. Of course, when that happened, he saw these two snakes. These two large snakes. Now, of course, this is where Naruto says, oh shit. Well, this is probably the end of me from getting killed. Shit. This is where the two snakes talk. And Naruto was confused, like, what the fuck? I must have hit my head so hard. Jesus fucking Christ. I must be unconscious half the time. This is where the two snakes says, you're not unconscious, boy. You're not dead. And also, you didn't hit your head that hard. You're healing yourself pretty well. Of course, Naruto says, they can definitely talk. Naruto's kind of scared now. He's fearing for his life. He doesn't have Kurama with him, so he's kind of fearing. This is where the snake says, calm down, boy. It seems that you found the ancient snake temple. This is basically the ancient temple. And well, not really Snake Temple, but mostly Serpent Temple. This is where Naruto said, Serpent. That usually means snakes or some other kind of serpent creature. Yes. Now, my boy, and of course Balto's upset, come along, follow us. So Naruto actually spends 5 days in that, what's called Serpent Temple. He actually gets a mark of a serpent near, well, kind of like, what's it called? Not near his neck, but like kind of at his back. Kind of like, when, not neck, back neck or anything like that? Or it's like at his shoulder, but no one actually can see it. It's kind of big and all, a little bit big, like medium and all, kind of small, so just there. But Naruto got a tattoo of the serpents. Why? It's because they found out he was kind of chosen. Naruto's kind of somewhat cold-blooded and all that. But Naruto was chosen to have this mark. This mark will be the mark of the serpents. So, of course, Naruto does not have it in the neck. I just put it there, okay? But he has this, like, in his back of his, like, what's it called? Left shoulder. With that happening, Naruto can actually summon any type of serpent. That can either be the basilisk, the, what's called, a sea serpent, or anything. So, of course, Naruto actually got that. He also got 2 swords. One from the white snake and the other from the black snake. Now the white snake said, I am the snake of light. And the black snake said, I am the snake of dark. You have 2 swords. You can either choose one or choose both. So Naruto actually chose both when he was young. Now, of course, Naruto had no way to actually put it anywhere. But these serpents did help him actually seal these swords away. So in his left hand, there's a black serpent. It's a black serpent seal that if he puts enough chakra, he can puff out a sword. Now, this sword, I will mention how it looks like. Now, at his not white, at his right hand, there's a white serpent seal. But of course, if he adds chakra, they can actually appear physically, not physically, what am I talking about? Like visibly to person's eye. But yeah. And of course, when Naruto adds chakra into his right arm, the sword will appear. But let me show what it is kind of. So these are the 2 swords that Naruto got. It's just instead of this one kind of being kind of purplish, it's kind of red. And this one kind of being blue. But having a white handle with that one having a black handle. So yeah. With that happening, Naruto did get like the serpent tattoo and all that. That he was actually, not really the first serpent summoner. He's actually considered the second. The first was someone actually very powerful enough to actually be able to wield the serpent summoning. Now, of course, Naruto went there multiple times when he was kind of 10 years old. But of course, after kind of learning a couple things, he will go back there when he's actually ready enough to learn about the higher up things. So that's why he was thinking of leaving the village. Now, of course, this is where Naruto says, back to Naruto. Why the hell did I say Naruto? No, Naruto. Naruto is right now just talking to Orochimaru, and Orochimaru says, it seems the snakes won't attack you. Why is that? Naruto says, I have no clue. This is where Orochimaru does see his eyes and says, why is your eyes 2 different colors? So, yes, I did mention that they're green, yellow. That's because he's able to kind of control the different eye color and all that. Of course, he can go into the blue and red of like the light snake and the dark snake. But he's not doing that right now. So when Naruto says, I don't really know what you're talking about. My eyes, must be a side effect from an experiment I did on myself. Oops. As Orochimaru says, no, your eyes are basically mine. Slick like a snake. Did you experiment with my cells? I don't even have any cells there. It should be impossible. I experiment with a snake. But you could have something else, don't you? Sir Naruto says, what? No. This is where, Orochimaru decides to attack Naruto with the Kizunake blade. to see if he was actually kind of lying or not. Naruto managed to dodge, and of course, that's what Orochimaru kind of found it suspicious. And Naruto actually managed to dodge, even though he was running at Jonin speed, which that's what Orochimaru is doing. He ran at Naruto with Jonin speed, and Naruto dodged so easily. Now, of course, Naruto says, "Whoa, you almost cut me, Orochimaru-sama." This is what Orochimaru says. "I see. You're not normal, kid, are you?" Now we go back to Naruto and, well, Sakura, okay. Now the clone Naruto. Sakura had to carry Naruto and Sasuke towards like the tree and all that, and they still fought against what's called the Sound 3 ninjas. Kim, Zakan, and Dolsan Tan. I don't fucking remember what that guy's name was. But yeah, this is where, well, Sasuke still kind of fought them. Somewhat, no, not Sasuke, but Sakura and like Rock Lee and all that. Right now, Naruto's talking to Orochimaru, and Orochimaru says, "You're not normal, kid. You're at least Jonin level, aren't you?" Naruto says, "No, I'm not. Why do you keep thinking I'm Jonin level? I'm just a Genin." This is where Orochimaru says, "You're not fooling anyone, kid. You're not gonna fool me. I'm a Sani. I'm higher ranked than a Jonin. I only ran at you with Jonin speed to see if you'd dodge it." And Naruto says, "I guess I can't really keep secrets from you, can I?" This is where Orochimaru says, "What do you mean secrets?" Naruto says, "Well, I'm somewhat contracted to have a snake." Naruto has his hand kind of near his like back shoulder, kind of like his left hand like kind of touching his like back shoulder left with the left hand, and then yeah, you get the point. So when of course Orochimaru is saying snake contract. Oh, that's very interesting. If that snake contract can actually be able to control those snakes that would not attack you, that explains a lot. A lot. This is where Orochimaru kind of has something in mind. Someone in mind. And that is, well, Shiroi. Now, Shiroi is an OC character. Yes, okay. Shiroi is going to be in this one. Shiroi, who is actually, well, somewhat the daughter of a white snake sage. So this is where Orochimaru just thinks about it and says, you? No, it can't be. You're not related to her. You just must have just got a contract from the snakes. Very interesting. But can I know what kind of snakes you got a contract with? Naruto says, I'd rather not talk about it. Orochimaru says, I'll tell you my plan and I'll give you the Hashirama cells if you tell me what contract you got. Naruto says, Naruto's kind of hesitating. And this is what Orochimaru says, come on, I even have him right here, right now. So he pulls out a scroll which it has the Hashirama cells. He even pulls it out and even tosses it to Naruto and says, you can have it. But let me know what kind of contract you have. Naruto says, fine. I guess I can't keep a secret from a snake sage. Well, not snake, sorry. Ew. Sanin, who's a snake. I made my contract with the serpents. This is where Orochimaru says serpents. That usually means either like a snake, a dragon, could be a serpent, or even the Lavatiyans. The Lavatiyans are basically the sea serpents. But yeah, not the point. This is where he says, if you made a contract with them, you basically made a contract with mythical snakes. You can summon them at will, can you? That's what Naruto says. Yeah, I can. This is where Orochimaru kind of smiles creepily and says, why don't you go to the Sound Village after we kind of destroy Konoha together? Why wouldn't we just talk about that, son? This is where Naruto is kind of happy that someone actually called him son. But he is, well, not nervous. He's kind of excited to destroy Konoha, the place he hated the most. But he is just saying, why do you say it so kind of creepily? Orochimaru kind of licks his lips and says, because I have someone for you to meet. And someone for you to might have kids. That's what Naruto says. What? He kind of didn't actually hear that right. He thought he kind of heard something else. He thought he heard experiment or something. And it says Naruto said experiments? Yes, with this person. Yeah, that's what I mean. Mr. Naruto knows what he said actually, but like, he doesn't want to really have that. So Naruto just says, so I can keep the Hashirama myself. Oh, truly. But I'll tell you one thing about my plan. That red hair kid. You mean the one toasted jerky? Ooh, you already know him, don't you? He seems a little bit crazy. But yeah, I've seen him. Well, he's actually part of my plan. And well, if I can get this perfectly fine, if Sasuke goes against Gaara, then that will be actually the start of the fight plan. You know, maybe if they get lucky and they get the match together. You know, Naruto says, it'd be interesting for the finals of the Chunin round. Yes, because there's too many people that's actually going to be here. So there's going to be preliminary rounds. And so Naruto nods. And, well, then he says, is Gaara, like, just a distraction? Or is he just supposed to go Shikaku? And, of course, the word Orochimaru kind of smiles and says, you're a smart kid, aren't you? I... Yes, he's basically a distraction for me to kill the Sandai. So do you want me to reveal the Sandai about your little plan? Naruto says, yes. I don't really care about the Sandai. The Sandai really didn't help me at all when I was younger. So, yeah, you can tell him whatever. I don't really care. But, the Uchiha, you mean your teammate? Or are you just gonna call him Uchiha? I don't really care what I call him or not. I do want some of his DNA, so I might stab him a little bit just to collect some DNA. I might also collect some DNA from the Shikaku and all that. Not Shikaku, Gaara, because I'm interested in his magnetic style. But that's not the point. So, yeah. Alright, I gotta get to my teammates before they see me. I must be gone because I'm only a clone. Well, whatever. Goodbye, Orochimaru-sama. Orochimaru says, goodbye, Naruto-kun. Now, Naruto's creepily with that Naruto-kun. He really thought he was just gonna be called Naruto or something. But Naruto leaves and he just goes back to the... Well, he managed to get to his teammates to the part where, what's it called? Sasuke's right now kind of putting the arms of Zakon and all that. Zakon, something like that his name was. And of course, this is where Sasuke says, Sasuke, stop! And this is where Naruto appears, tells his clone to wake up. His clone, like, poofs away, and he goes to sleep. Now, of course, this is where it was called after all that, Shikamaru, Choji, and Ino's also just kind of glaring at what's called Naruto wake the fuck up. What's it called? Kabuto still helps him and all that, get to the freaking tower. But yeah, this is where when they get to the tower, they are now going to fight what's called, well, going to the preliminary rounds. So Sasuke is still going against what's called Kabuto's teammate. Naruto's actually going against Kiba, and he's still gonna just do the same thing in original canon. He's not gonna show any techniques. He doesn't wanna. So of course, with that happening, with that all happening, we go into the 1 month time skip. The 1 month. So Naruto, he's not gonna meet Jiraiya. He's actually gonna try to avoid the white hair Sannin. He has heard the white hair Sannin is basically his godfather, and if he gets a contract with the kind of toads, it's gonna be confusing when he accidentally summons the toads into fight when he's fighting against the leaf ninjas. And so he doesn't want that because he has a contract with the serpent and the nine-tailed fox. So he is not just dealing with that. So he's right now just always hiding his chakra away from Jiraiya. So Jiraiya has been trying to look for Naruto for the past month until we go into a 1 month time skip. Well, not 1 month time skip. After Naruto managed to get away from Jiraiya multiple times, is where Naruto bumps into what's called, well, a group of girls. This is where he kind of sees Kim, Tayuya, and Shiroi. Now, Tayuya gets kind of in guard and says, who are you exactly? Naruto says, oops, this is the wrong place. I should really find my way out of here, this place. So he's kind of just in the forest, kind of hiding away from Jiraiya and all that. Jiraiya is right now in the village, kind of looking around. And Kim says, "Wait, aren't you that one Genin that was a car? Well, kind of defeated that dog boy. Also, why aren't you wearing your orange clothes? Naruto's wearing a full-on white coat, so he kind of looks like a freaking experiment. A what's it called? A doctor who experiments on things. Because Naruto is right now in like the middle of like kind of experimenting and all that. And of course, he kind of felt Jiraiya's like chakra pose, and he didn't want Jiraiya to find this like laboratory he had. So he had to get out of his what's it called apartments, like hide up a lot of things and all that, and get out. But Naruto, he did manage to experiment on himself for a couple things. Now, of course, Naruto had to kind of stay hidden. So Naruto gave himself two shots. Two shots that was two in different arms. One was the ice style, the Yuki style. So what I mean when Naruto actually got the Yuki style is I mean that Naruto actually when he was fighting against Haku, when Haku still kind of died and all that because of Kakashi's Chidori, Naruto after like everyone's leaving and all that and Kakashi was about to bury what's called Zabuza and all that, Naruto got some blood from Haku. He needed the Yuki blood. He knows he had the Hydroton. Even though it's kind of disrespecting, but yeah. So Naruto still kind of went with the whole Haku, but yeah, blah. Basically, he had a mask the whole time. So he wouldn't show his real self. Kind of experimenting on people. And the Yuki is very powerful, since that is basically the Hydroton is very basically the second strongest from the wood style. And the wood style, he actually got it, and he did kind of gave himself a shot, so he can able to use wood style and ice style. Also, the fire manipulation, he did kind of give him a shot by himself and all that. So he has right now 3 Giga Genkais that all hurt his body right now. And right now, Naruto, when he was talking to Kin, Shiroi, and Tayuya, his body was hurting. He's like, damn it. I should have not shot myself with 3 shots of the different Giga Genkais. Shit. This is where Tayuya sees that Naruto's right now in pain. Naruto's having both his arms like together, kind of just feeling pain. This is where Shiroi says, why do you smell like a snake, exactly? Naruto says, huh? Oh, nothing. Nothing. This is where they kind of look at Naruto, and he kind of looks like a mini version of Orochimaru. Now, Naruto has, his true kind of identity. He had a genjutsu when he dyed his hair, because at 8 years old, he kind of dyed his hair to be black and all that. But of course, he can't grow it that long and all that, because it's kind of Minato's hairstyle. So of course, Naruto's genjutsu was kind of breaking off, and he had black hair. Now, of course, Naruto's eyes show blue and all that, but Naruto's arms, he's just shaking all around. He's like, damn it. Oh, son of a bitch. This is where they kind of look at him, he kind of looks like a smaller version of Orochimaru, because Naruto wanted to kind of look like a little bit like Orochimaru, since he kind of aspires to be kind of like Orochimaru. And this is where, they say, did Orochimaru had a son? All 3 of them said it at once. Naruto says, no, not really. I just dyed my hair. Why I have blonde and I have a genjutsu over it was because, I don't like having blonde hair. I hate having blonde hair. God, I had to have blonde hair. That or I would have had red hair. But not the point. That's why I dye my hair black. Of course, I still have a little bit highlights of blonde. But yeah. This is where they say, why are you talking so whispery low? We barely can hear you. And why are you shaking a lot? Naruto says, oh, it's nothing at all. It's where Shiroi kind of gets up to Naruto. And then just gets what's called his lab coat and kind of pulls it down a little bit. And then pulls up his shirt, because he did have a shirt underneath and all that. Now the shirt he had underneath was just black. And of course sees his arm and sees just 2 shots. And then grabs his other arm, takes off his lab coat, and pulls up his other arm and sees another shot. Now of course these it also had a white patch and all that. And also these white patches had just a white bandage, but instead of being a white bandage, it had these letters on top of it. Wood style shots. So Naruto wouldn't forget which side would be the wood style and all that. To see if he can actually contain and actually be able to manipulate it and all that. So of course she says wood style. That means Hashirama cells. And ice style Yuki. That means Yuki. And also fire style. Fire manipulation. Means just some random Kenkai. Are you experimenting on yourself? Naruto says, no. Why would I? That's not who I am exactly. She looks at him, glaring at him, and says, you basically are like Orochimaru. But instead of Orochimaru, Orochimaru switches bodies. And Naruto says, oh, so you know about Orochimaru-sama. I aspires to be like him. This is where she kind of looks at him and says, Orochimaru-sama. I see. So you are basically somewhat like a fanboy of Orochimaru and his experiments. Naruto says, yeah, somewhat. Please don't tell anyone about this. Don't tell the Leaf Ninjas. I don't want to be discovered right now. So Shiroi just says, the Leaf Ninjas don't want to be discovered. They all said at unison. Not really loud, but just kind of in their head. This is where Shiroi says, why? What are you going to plan to do? Betray the Leaf Village? I just don't want to be discovered and don't want to be found out. So yeah, please don't snitch on me, exactly. Don't tell the Sandine or this white hair perverted guy. I don't really care that much. Please. So of course, Shiroi, Shiroi, So Shiroi, Tayuya. Now the reason why Tayuya is there is because, well, she was kind of ordered to kind of get Kim, but saw Kim kind of being trained by Shiroi, because in this one, Shiroi is actually gonna be somewhat the Jonin instructor, even though she looks like she's also getting level, which she is. It's just Orochimaru couldn't be there and all that. Couldn't be there to kind of be the Jonin instructor and all. So Tayuya knows about kind of that Shiroi really doesn't care about Zakan or Tosan, because they're pricks, and well, they know that they have tried to get along with Shiroi and Kim in weird ways. Of course, Orochimaru will kill them in an instant if he ever knows about this. If he ever found out about that. So of course, this is where, well, Tayuya is going to go kill, well, not kill Dosan and all that. She's actually just gonna knock them out. This is where Dosan appears, and also Zakan. Zakan's arms are right now kind of broken and all that. He has bandages. And Dosan says, so there's 3 beautiful women here. He said creepily. Zakan said, isn't that guy from... And this is where Zakan, with his eyes kind of being blurry still, because, well, he just got his ass kicked like a while ago. Like about a week ago from Sasuke. And this is where Zakan says, doesn't that guy look like Orochimaru a little bit? If Orochimaru had 10 skin instead of, and also kind of short black hair. And has the same coat. This is where Dosan, whatever his name is exactly, kind of looks at him and says, oh, is that Orochimaru? Orochimaru, please don't kill us. No, we are not trying to just hit on them and get them to have our Naruto already realize what is happening. He's disgusted to find filthy trash like these right now, because he kind of sees Shiroi as somewhat looks like a daughter of, well, what's it called, Orochimaru. And I think that's what Naruto meant, well, not Naruto, Orochimaru meant about experiment. Which, because Shiroi has silver slicked eyes, and of course white hair. And of course Naruto's kind of disgusted and kind of gets angry. Now of course, his eyes goes 2 different colors. One is slit blue and one is slit red. No, it's not the crimson red, but it's kind of like reddish orange color. This is where Naruto says, you bastards really want to die or something. This is where Zakan and, well, Dosan, I don't remember how to say his name. Well, look at Naruto and just see his eyes are kind of slick like Orochimaru, but not golden. So they are thinking that this must be an experiment. And, well, I'm kind of scared if this is some kind of elite experiment like Orochimaru. So Naruto goes up and does a hand sign. But does a hand sign. Now, this hand sign is to see if he can actually control wood saw. He goes to different hand signs. It says wood saw, woodbine. Of course, he's struggling to say the words because he's feeling so much pain. But of course, he doesn't care about the pain. He ignores it. And of course, like two wood, what's it called, roots appear right next to Sakana and Dosan and just wraps him up. Now Naruto's saying, I can't control this. This is good. Damn it. Now, of course, Naruto's body still hurts and actually falls down to a knee. Now, Shiroi is still kind of next to him and saw that when he was doing it. But of course, Naruto was behind Shiroi, so that's why Naruto fell down. And Shiroi says, hey, what is his name, Kim? Kim says, his name is Naruto Uzumaki. Shiroi says, Naruto, get up. Wake up at least. Naruto's passing out. There's so much pain going through his body that he's just passing out. This is where he wakes up. Not in the real life, but in his mind. This is where he meets the two serpents. The darkness serpent and the light serpent. Naruto says, oh, darkness snake and light snake, why are you two here? Both of them said, it seems that your time is getting closer for you to learn the more advanced techniques. You did say after you become kind of Genin and betray the Leaf Village in this kind of certain day. So he did kind of found out the tuning stamps were going to be found. We're going to be put on this day and all. And of course he did tell the snakes and what's called Darkness and White Snake that he would go back to the ancient snake temple just to learn these techniques and all that. So yeah, the advanced techniques. So that's why he kind of got reminded about the Darkness and White Snake. Well, Darkness Snake and the Light Snake. Now Naruto says, I know. I'm getting closer. Don't worry. I'll be there in short, I'll be there. Just a little bit longer. This is where the two snakes say. We also know you kind of experiment on yourself. Your body has Hashirama cells. So that means the wood style. And also the Yuki and a Kekkei called the flammable. So Naruto says, I see. So you do kind of see from my eyes also like the Kyuubi does. Yes, we also do know that you released the Kyuubi. Right now the Nine-Tails is just being free and doing whatever. But you do have his powers at least. Naruto says, I see. Don't worry, I'll still go to the ancient temple. What's it called? Darkness Sama and Light Sama. Of course, they just nodded and then just let Naruto wake up. Now, Naruto is right now woken up. He's right now in sort of a campsite. So he's kind of just sleeping on this wooden log and all that. And the three girls are kind of keeping an eye out and all that. Well, Kim is asleep in Tayuya. She right now just has what's called Zakan and Dosan just knocked out because, well, they were struggling from the wood saw binding. But yeah, Shiroi is just looking at Naruto when Naruto woke up. Naruto says, it seems that sucked. Of course, Naruto's body is now kind of healed. Because the Darkness and White Snake just decided to heal his, give his healing, restoring his body way faster. So, of course, he is now able to, use Wood Style, Ice Style, and even the Flame Kekkei freely. Well, even any damage right now. Because, well, he doesn't have pain right now. So his body did mix up really fast with the different Kekkei. So, when that happening, Naruto, he is just kind of got up and all, and just says, of course, he was kind of breathing hard and all, and Shiroi says, seems like your pain is gone, isn't it, Naruto Uzumaki? And I would like to call you Senju and Yuki now, because you basically have those two Kekkei now. Naruto says, I guess so, you can call me that. But the two where she says, also Serpent, when that fit nice. So Naruto says, huh? A serpent? Very interesting, but I'm not that type of, I don't have that type of Kekkei. Or Dojutsu, I don't know what exactly it is. Shiroi looks at him and sees that he can see that Naruto's basically lying. And trying to lie and all that. Or, yeah. This is where Shiroi says, stop lying, Naruto. I can see, because I saw at your kind of back of your back, there's these serpent symbols. The light and darkness serpent symbols. My mother, the white, the white snake sage told me about the serpents and how the serpents are kind of mostly these ancient type of snakes or serpents, sea serpents or whatever, that are able to summon these types of snakes and all that. And I'm guessing that you made a contract with them. When exactly? Because you don't look family to them at all. Naruto had to explain to Shiroi that he met them at 8 years old. Well, not 8 years old, 10 years old, and made a contract with them. And this is where Naruto's trying to just portray the Leaf Village so he can actually go train in the advanced techniques. So he can get stronger. Now, of course, this is where Shiroi kind of looks at him, glares at him a little bit, and says, "You are stupid." Naruto kind of just takes that as like, what the fuck? This is where Shiroi says, "Huh. So you used to be the Nine-Tailed Jinchuriki, but you released him. Usually any other human would have like kept him and used him for power, but you just decided to release him." Naruto says, "I mean, I didn't want these QB to mess up with my Kekkei fusing. Yeah." This is where she says, "You are so stupid half the time." Is there Naruto says, "Ow, that hurts my soul, I think so. Or heart." This is where she says, "You are just a moron, exactly, are you?" Naruto says, I guess? This is where, well, she says, "Whatever. It seems your body isn't shaking that much. I'm guessing you managed to recover really that fast. But still, you are still an idiot about doing those stupid experiments on yourself." I mean, it worked, didn't it? I would have easily killed those two idiots. I would have knocked them out. Besides, those two idiots are supposed to be the Tensei, the sacrifice tense, what's it called? What is it really called in Japanese? The, what's it called? Reanimation sacrifices. Naruto's like, "Oh, I have heard of that." So he's going to sacrifice both of them to get Hashirama, Tobirama, and then Minato. He might have to sacrifice someone else. Minato Namikaze, but he said it so despiceful. That's where Shiroi managed to catch that. And she says, "Why do you say it like that?" Naruto says, said it like what? I said it normally. What do you mean?" Shiroi says, No. You stop lying, Naruto." Naruto says, fine. Naruto says, "Minato Namikaze is my father. He's the one to, kind of put that damn Nine-Tails inside me. Of course, I released it so I can really just give him FU to the grave and all that." Shiroi can understand that. She sees that Naruto pretty much doesn't like his father because he changed his hair to, black. Instead of being blonde to black, okay? So yeah, so Shiroi says, I can actually understand that a little bit. This is where Tayuya says, "If you two are done kind of flirting, Shiroi, what's it called? We gotta find another person to sacrifice for the reanimation, or you're gonna have to sacrifice Kim." And those are Shiroi says, "I'm not gonna sacrifice her." "Okay, then who do you want to sacrifice?" Naruto, he kind of felt a ninja being kind of close, like somewhat of a Jonin and all that. Like the Jonin was hearing this, and he says, "I see. So I have to report this to third Hokage." But Naruto appears right in front of him. The person says, He gets punched in the stomach, knocked out. Naruto dragged him back to the the campfire and all that, and gives it to Tayuya and says, "Here, this should be enough." He's a Jonin level, I think so. Tayuya says, "I guess that's enough. Well, whatever. Shiroi, Kim, you have to, what's it called? Well, I know Kim's asleep, but Shiroi, just realize this. when the fight happens, you can bring back Kim to the Sound Village and all that, or you can just make sure that she doesn't die. Okay? Shiroi says, "Aw, are you kind of sad? Are you kind of worried about your little sister?" Because for this one, I'm gonna just say Kim and Tayuya are kind of close as being kind of sisters. This is where Tayuya's like, "No, shut up." She leaves already and just takes Dosan, Sakan, and that Jonin ninja away and all that. And Naruto says, I gotta go back to the village. Nice to meet you, Shiroi, and I guess Kim Tayuya. But I gotta go. I gotta get back. I can't let them find out who exactly I'm doing, what I'm doing exactly. This is where Shiroi says, yeah, you can go back, Naruto. But Naruto, in the near future, stop lying to me. And also, we might be able to change your hair color to maybe be white. Naruto says, no thanks. This is where Shiroi kind of just pouts at him and gets angry. But that's where Naruto says, bye. This is where Shiroi says, bye, Naruto Uzumaki, the serpent contractor. That's where Naruto didn't hear that, but he left. So that's where she said, kind of whispering and all. But that's where Kim wakes up, and of course Shiroi kind of just takes Kim back to the what's called hotel. But yeah, we go into the 1 month now. Well, not after the 1 month. We go after a couple of days. We now in the what's called final exam. Naruto's going against Kiba, and Naruto still just uppercut the hell out of Kiba like in original canon and all that. But yeah, this is where when it comes to what's called Gaara versus Sasuke, that would still happen the same. Of course, the whole fight would go the same. And of course, Kakashi still told Naruto to go after Sasuke and all that. So we go into that whole fight with what's called Gaara and Sasuke. So yeah, of course when Naruto, Pakan, and even what's called Sasuke gets there, and of course Shikamaru and Shino just fight against what's called Tamari and the Kankuro. This is where Naruto, when he gets to what's called, when Pakan and Sasuke gets there, and of course Sasuke's like almost about to get hit by what's called, Gaara. That's where Naruto stabs Pakan and actually puts him back into a poof and all that. Just poof him away. And Naruto did also kind of hit what's called, Shikako away. Not because he had the purpose of actually saving Sasuke. No. He said, Sasuke, don't be weak like that. Come on, let the curse mark give you power. That's where Sasuke says, Naruto, why are you talking different? Naruto says, Sasuke, don't be stupid. You need the curse mark power. This is where he says, I don't. Stop. Why? Why are you telling me to use it? Naruto says, I guess Orochimaru says. This is where he says, damn, I need him to use it so he can evolve his Sharingans. Maybe if I pluck them out and put it back in. Maybe, no. Ooh, Sasuke's here. Maybe if I stab her and kill her, that'd be nice. This is where Naruto says, Sasuke, get over here. Sasuke jumps and says, Sasuke, are you okay? Naruto pulls out a kunai and was about to just stab Sasuke in the head. This is where Sasuke notices, and Sasuke just grabs Sasuke and pushes her out of the way. Naruto misses, and Naruto says, damn it. Sasuke, he jumps and kind of has what's called his hand just, not near. He has his hand kind of protecting Sasuke with one hand and all that, and saying, Naruto, well, what are you trying to do? Naruto says, I guess I can't really stay in this genjutsu for too long. I hate wearing this orange clothes though. So Naruto, he rips these orange clothes. He's just wearing what's called white coat and all that, basically looking like a scientist. And his, hair started changing color. Yes, he's going back to, his non-genjutsu form. Also, in this one, he's a little bit taller than with the genjutsu form. So, his genjutsu form would be 4'9". His un-genjutsu form, he is about 5'3". He's kind of taller than what's called Sasuke. He is 5'3". Not 5'3". He's 4'11", and Naruto's 5'3". And this is where Sasuke says, your hair is different. Naruto says, Don't worry, Sasuke. Don't worry just at all. This is perfectly fine. This is where Gaara appears and says, "You bastard! You kicked me out of my way. Just for what? I am here the only one to kill Sasuke for his GI blood. And I will kill you, Uzumaki, if you get on my way." Naruto says, "Shut up." Naruto says, "With fast movement hand signs, would bind." He binds Gaara to a tree, and Gaara's like, you fucking Uzumaki." It's where Sasuke and Sasuke realize that's wood style. Naruto says, "Don't worry, Sasuke. You will get power. Don't you want the power to kill your brother?" He has it kind of smiling creepily. Now, of course, Sasuke says, "Naruto, shut up, you pink bitch." This is where Sasuke says, "What is wrong with you?" "Nothing. I'm just willing to give you power. Don't you want power?" This is where Sasuke says, "How do you have wood style? You're not a senju, are you?" Naruto says, "No. Don't worry about this, Sasuke. Don't worry at all." Don't worry about it at all. This is where Naruto appears right behind Sasuke and says, "I'll give you power one way or another." This is where Naruto stabs Sasuke like right in the neck. Right behind her neck. Sasuke could barely react fast enough, and Gaara was kind of confused and shocked that the Uzumaki betrayed his teammates. Naruto really just stab her right in the neck. So of course Sasuke is, well, she dies in an instant because it's right in her neck. She can't talk and she dies. And Naruto does kind of just like pull the kunai just to cut her neck open. So of course she died. Just where Sasuke says, "You, why?" He couldn't control himself, but Sasuke managed to unlock his three Tomoe into his Manekyo Sharingan. Manekyo Sharingan. Yes. I don't know why I said Manekyo. Manekyo Sharingan. I suck if I try to speak really fast. But not the point. This is where Sasuke says, "You bastard. Why? Why will you kill her?" Naruto says, "So you can get power. Don't you want to kill your brother?" This is where Sasuke says, "You didn't need to kill her. Wait, didn't you like her? Why would you kill someone that you like?" So Naruto says, "I never liked her. I never liked anyone. I hated everyone." But that does not mean the point. But Sasuke, look at your eyes. They involve. This first Sasuke says, "I don't care if my eyes involve into the three Tomoes." So Naruto says, "No, not that. They involve further into that look like Itachi's." Sasuke pulls a kunai and sees in the reflection his eyes are right now a star pattern and all that. He says, "What the hell?" Naruto says, "It's so interesting. Super interesting." Yes. It's where Naruto kind of sees, well, what's it called? He gets what's called another kunai. It does kind of cut what's called, well, not cut. He gets a syringe that had nothing in it and stab Sasuke right near the shoulder, getting some blood of the Uchiha. And of course puts that in the sealing scroll. And of course Sasuke goes, "Ah, you bastard! What the hell is wrong with you, Naruto?" Naruto jumps away and says, "Don't worry, Sasuke. Everything's fine. I gotta get you away from Gaara though." "Hey Gaara, you fucking freak." Gaara says, "The hell did you just call me? Do you want to die, Uzumaki?" "Shut up. Hurry up and let the Shukaku out. Let that damn, freaking, whatever he fucking looks like. Whatever. Let the tail beast out already. God damn it. We need destruction in the Leaf Village." Sasuke says, "What do you mean destruction in the Leaf Village?" "What I just said. Are you stupid or something?" We go into Orochimaru, okay? So after that, we go into Orochimaru. We just go into a little bit into Orochimaru. Orochimaru's right now, he did bring out what to call Minister Namikaze in this one. He did bring him out. And of course, he is right now fighting against the Sandai. Basically, Haruka Sarutobi. Now, of course, when that's fighting, this is where Orochimaru is laughing. He is barely like moving and all that. He just kind of watching this fight. This is where Orochimaru says, "Thank God you gave me a son." Thank you for making me a son, Haruzen Toby. And Haruzen says, a son? Making Okay, I know you were into some weird shit. Horuzen dodges an attack from Hashirama, but what the fuck are you talking about? A son? I didn't make you a son. I'm not experimental like you. Shimaru says, I mean, it's not my biological son, but it's a son that I will actually be proud of to be calling it son. I mean, he'd rather be called, what's it called? Rather call me father than the actual biological father. This is where Horuzen says, who are you actually talking about? The Uchiha? No, not the Uchiha, but the Uzumaki. Or should I like to call him the Serpent one? Yes, he's definitely one of my newest. Well, I wouldn't say experiments. No, he experimented on himself. He sees me as an idol, while he sees you as a scumbag for leaving him to die in the village. So he's helping me right now destroy the village by stopping the Uchiha from doing anything stupid and trying to stop the Shukaku. This is where Haruzen widens his eyes and then gets hit by Hashirama. This is where what's called. Well, Toriyama is starting to use water style. Of course, Haruzen dodges the attack, and this is where what's called Minato appears and tries to stab Haruzen, but Haruzen manages to dodge also. Haruzen says, what is the meaning of this? Naruto? No. Naruto would never betray the village. His dream is to become the Hokage. This is where Orochimaru started laughing. He started just dying. Now, Jiraiya did manage to hear this. And, of course, yeah, he just managed to hear this. So what? Naruto? Are you an idiot? You left him to die. But he's very smart. He's the same intelligence as me when I was younger. But I had you when I was younger. He had no one when he is younger. He experiments on a bunch of leaf ninjas and managed to get one of the root arm boosts from Danzo. Managed to find a Kekkei that he likes and does experiment on himself. I did give him wood style, and also he managed to get Yuki style from, I guess, a mission. Not the point. He probably has all 3 Kekkei right now. In Uzumaki, I mean, he can probably get the changed or something, but not the point. Also, he doesn't have the Nine-Tails no more. He freed the Nine-Tails when he was 8 years old. But that boy, he's gonna surpass me more. He's gonna surpass me even further than when I was younger. Way stronger. He has so much potential, more than the Uchiha. I might just let the Uchiha be free, unless the Uchiha wants to really kill his brother, and I'll help him with that. This is where, well, freaking Horuzen just says, well, not freaking Horuzen. Horuzen just says, what are you talking about? No, I know one thing and one thing only. He is not the type to go and try to kill people, experiment on people. He's not like you. This is where Orochimaru laughs and says, what are you talking about? He's not like me. He's basically like me. I met him on the Death Wars. He has the same eyes as me. Same hair as me. I heard that he has black hair. He's also 5'3", not 4'9". He's pretty tall for being a Genin. He's very skillful and very fast. He's definitely not at Genin level. He's been hiding his power the whole time. Are you that stupid, Horuzen? Horuzen kinda was shocked in this, but almost gets hit by what's it called, Hashirama, using wood style to kinda almost hit him in the face. This is where he says, no, I refuse to believe it. This is where, well, they feel this earthquake. The 3 Kage stop fighting, and also Orochimaru, and Horuzen also stopped fighting. This is where what's called Jiraiya already stopped the snake and was wondering what the hell is that noise. Looks to where the what's it called noise is coming from and sees the giant Tanuki. Basically, the Shukaku has came out. Naruto really just knocked out what's it called Gar, so Shukaku can come out. So Shukaku's finding out and saying, I'm free! This is where Naruto disappears and Shukaku looks for them and says, did they run out? Oh my fucking days. Whatever, I'm free! Time to destroy the village! So he goes and tries to destroy the village and starts shooting air attacks and all that stuff. So right now he's destroying the village. So Shukaku in this one does manage to get free. Now, when what's called Sasuke is actually being like taken away from Shikaku. It's just, what are you doing, Naruto? I can fight him still. Then again, you are a traitor to me. Naruto says, oh, I'm just taking you back to the village. Somewhere so you wouldn't get hurt. I don't want you to die, Sasuke. Even though we're not blood related, I still do see you as a brother, somewhat. And I saw you as a murderous brother also. That makes you two murderous brothers, don't it? Itachi and me. I killed Sasuke. Don't worry, I killed one of your annoying fangirls. Wouldn't you like that? Swear. Sasuke says, she was our teammate. Why will you kill her? Naruto says, why do I have the freaking deja vu, or not deja vu, but feel like this has happened before. Yeah, for some reason he has the feeling of like when Kakashi Chidori was caught. Well, not he like. Why do I have the feeling like this happened before in deja vu? Where have I heard it before? So Kakashi did tell them about what's called Rin when he kind of Chidori her and all that, and of course we're it did happen before. It's Kakashi when he Chidori what's called Rin, and Obito unlocked his Monokyon to go freaking full-on murder spree. But in this one, Sasuke's not going murder spree because the curse marks might not affect him. He can't move really much. Naruto says, who really cares? What all matters is you still alive. Besides, you need to kill your brother, don't you? If you stay alive with this much time, you can probably train. You do have the Monokyon. I unlocked it for you. This is where Sasuke's pissed. He says, what the fuck do you mean you unlocked it for me? You just killed her in cold blood. You didn't care about her, did you? You care about no one, did you? He's angry at Naruto. Naruto says, whoa, Sasuke, calm down. We can talk about this. Or actually we can't, but I really don't care that much. Besides, she was useless. She was just a useless piece of trash. Who really cares about her? First, Sasuke's getting angrier and saying, you bastard, you just remind me of freaking Itachi. If I remind you so much of Itachi, I can leave. So Sasuke says, no, you have to pay for your crimes, just like Itachi does. That's where Naruto says, too bad, Sasuke. Knocks him out. Sasuke says, no, you can't do this. He's knocked out. Now, Naruto would have took one of his Sharingan, but then said, maybe I can get Sharingan from his blood. Screw it. I'll figure out that later. Also, he did also get Hyuga blood. Well, not Hyuga blood. He did get Hyuga blood from Hinata when she got knocked out and all. But yeah. This is where Naruto's right now running towards what they call Elite Village and started doing so much destruction attacks. Just blasting through like Winsao Vortex and just cutting through a bunch of things. Winsao what's called Tornado and just smashes through a lot of things. Now of course Sand Ninjas and what's called Sound Ninjas see these attacks and of course are not going through that side because they see whoever's in that side is just destroying a lot of things. The only thing they see is a person with a white coat. And they all think Orochimaru. But they see the barrier. Does Orochimaru has a son, they all thought? Well, the Sand Ninja says, what the fuck, we ain't going that way, hell no. Whoever's destroying the Leaf Village is doing a good job, but whatever. Now, of course, this is where what's called, Shikaku's right now shooting wind bullets and all that. Naruto's destroying another part of the village. While what's called, Orochimaru says, it seems that Naruto has joined the fight. My son. It's so fun seeing him destroy the village. Don't you think, Horuzen? Horuzen tried to punch him, and of course, Tayuya sees this and says, I guess Orochimaru sees him as a son. The other Sound 3 says, God, if he has a son, it's kind of creepy if you think about it. They all thought about it in the mind. But of course, they still have their what's called barrier because they aren't gonna try to let anyone in. But yeah. Now, Shiroi is right now kind of killing through Leaf Ninjas left and right. And of course, this is where, one Leaf Ninja almost got behind her and tried to stab her. This is where, Naruto appears and says, hello there, Shiroi. This is where Shiroi says, wow, you actually came in the luck of time. Naruto stabbed that person right in the freaking head. Like, really just stab them. And of course, this is where Naruto says, I mean, I did like talking to you a lot. Shiroi just kind of blushes and says, you really did? I thought you hated it. Then again, you kind of left before I can even mention that you have dyed your hair white hair. I'm good with that. Maybe I should dye it one side white, one side black. I don't know, I kind of like both colors. What should I say? Maybe. This is where Naruto, she almost like, what's it called? Not she. Naruto throws a kunai at Shiroi because Shiroi was almost gonna get hit by another Leaf Ninja, and Naruto says, you should probably get, what's it called? Not sidetracked by me talking. This is where Shiroi says, I might not. Now, her sword is curvy and all that, so yeah, it's curved. And she's right now cutting through Leaf Ninjas. Awesome. So Naruto's using only kunais. And Shiroi says, if you need a sword, I have a backup sword and all that. Naruto says, no, I'm fine. So Naruto, he gets his left hand, activates chakra, and of course, well, his left hand still poofs out a sword. The sword I mentioned how it looks like. Now, of course, Naruto cuts through Leaf Ninjas left and right. This is where Shiroi says, interesting seal. I have never seen it. Then again, you are somewhat contracted to the serpent seal. And I was like, this is where Naruto says, I mean, yeah. Now, of course, this is where they are both just murdering through lots of people. Now, Kim, she's right now just kind of like outside the village. Now, of course, when what's called Hiruzen managed to, well, what's called not seal the actually no, he still sealed the what's called the arms of Orochimaru. This is where Orochimaru says, you damn bastard! Or Hiruzen still gets stabbed, and of course Orochimaru still fled away and all that. And Orochimaru's like fled away with Kabuto and all that. And of course, well, Jiraiya would have chased after him, but then nah. Of course, multiple sound and sand ninjas were getting pushed back, but so many leaf ninjas were dying left and right. So of course, with that happening, just the sound ninjas just left because they saw what's called Orochimaru running and all that. And some sound ninjas that were like right next to what's called Shiroi and Naruto kind of killing through leaf ninjas. They were just seeing this like sort of dance with Naruto and Shiroi. They were kind of amazed and kind of scared at the same time. Shiroi being somewhat of like the pride and joy with Orochimaru, and Naruto being some just murderer with a white coat and all. Now Naruto's white coat's kind of stained with red blood, but he doesn't care that much. Of course, is where a sound ninja kind of told the other sound ninjas, even Shiroi and Naruto, that Orochimaru has fled because he was hurt by Hiruzen's Sarutobi, and we are retreating back. This is where Naruto, well, it was not a sound ninja, just some random sound ninja. It was Tayuya. Now, this is where Shiroi says, damn, Tayuya, you really had to ruin our fun? So Tayuya says, get a fucking room, you two. Already. Who gives a fuck? Now let's go already. This is where Naruto and Shiroi kind of just stopped holding hands because it was kind of weird. But they were just kind of dancing and fighting and killing. But yeah, a dance of murder. So yeah, that was basically what it was. Now, of course, this is where it was called. Well, Shiroi kind of blushed a little bit, but she didn't care that much. And Naruto says, what exactly? So, of course, he didn't really got that in his head or anything. He's still a little bit lip dance, but not really. But this is where what's called Shiroi managed to get to Kim, and they left back to the Sound Village. So this is where I'm actually gonna leave it off for part 1. Part 2 will probably be tomorrow or someday. Okay, I am not that great in schedule. Okay, but whatever. Have a nice potato day, potato night, potato seed, potato. And yes, Naruto did fled with them to the Sound Village. But yeah, bye bye. That's all I want to mention. Have a nice potato day, potato night, potato sleep, potato. I might do part 2 of what if Naruto was, had the abilities of the different, the Yonko. So with that happening, I might do part 2 of that. But yeah, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato sleep, potato. Yes, potato.